everybody, welcome to Chair Yoga. Super excited to have you here today. Today's practice, I'm going to ask that you have 2 chairs. So find a couple chairs, dining room chairs work great. If you don't have 2 chairs that are of equal height, try to maybe use your bed or something like that. Just get yourself close to the chair. We're actually going to start just with 1 chair. So I'm not going to worry about adjusting my chairs and changing all of that because it's time consuming. So I'm just going to turn. And so you can do the same. And we're going to use both the back of the chair today as well as the other chair that we're not sitting on to kind of get deep into the legs today. So I want you to first start by sitting tall, hands down on your lap, and then take your chin and drop it towards your chest. So just take a moment here. I can tell you that life can sometimes feel incredibly busy and incredibly chaotic. And so finding time just to be still is really important. So just take a breath or 2 and imagine that you're pushing out everything that has yet to come for the day, everything that has been for the day. Just really come into your space. Take a moment to be grateful for today. Make a long breath out. Go ahead and open your eyes, sit tall. We're going to take our right arm up, and then I'm going to reach up and over. So I'm just starting to find some space here in the side body. Nice. And then we'll switch. Left arm goes up and over. Big stretch through the side body. One more time each side. So maybe reach a little bit higher, use your inhale, and then up and over. So you can see my spine, it becomes a shape of a C, and then we'll switch. Other arm goes up and over. Perfect. Let's take a twist to the right. I'm gonna actually hold on to my chair because it's right here and I can use it just to provide a little bit of torque that direction. So I'm turning to the right. And then I'm going to come down and turn to the left. So I'll grab my chair on the other side. I've actually hooked my hand on that little pole back there. And I'm going to turn to the left. And then come back to center. Some of the things I hear the most about chair yoga is that it's difficult to really stretch the legs, which is where the second chair comes into play. So we spend a lot of time in chair yoga opening up the chest, which is really important for posture, especially for those of us that sit a lot. So we have a job that requires us to sit, we tend to slouch, or just our everyday life, we tend to sink down. So we do a lot of upper body in chair yoga for that reason. But today I want to really focus on the lower part. So we'll do just a couple openings of the shoulders and the heart, and then we're going to move into the lower legs. All right, open your arms as big as you can. And now scoop around and bring your hands to touch. Make a basket and push. Now flip your basket, open up big, scoop around, make the basket, flip and push. Bring it in, open up. So I'm just like, it's like I'm swimming through water, pushing, releasing, scooping, make the basket. Feel the rhythm of that. Scoop around, make the basket and push. One more, scoop around, basket and push. Stay with your basket here. Bring your arms above your head. And we're going to take that side body stretch again, but with our hands hooked together, we feel a little deeper because we can pull. Come back to center. Pull and pull. Perfect. Come back to center and lower your arms. Flip your palms up like you're holding something really nice. We're going to reach forward, lean forward, and then pull back and elbows in. So it's a 4-part move. We extend, we lean, we come back, we pull in. Try that again. Reach, extend the spine. Beautiful. All right, one more. Extend and lean, come back up, pull in. So we're going to take our arms now. Watch the back of your chair so your elbow doesn't bump up. We're going to open and close. I'm going to have to lean over just a little bit. Open and close. 4 more. 3, 2, and now keep your elbows up. Notice if you have a tendency to collapse through the abs. See if you can push your belly button forward. Now watch my elbows. I'm going to lift and lower. So this really works the backs of the arms, those little bat wings that we develop in time, and also the tricep muscles and the shoulder. 5 more. Really rotate through the shoulder. 4, 3, 2, last one, lower. Perfect. Now we're going to take and work this muscle right here. It's called your lat muscle, or latissimus dorsi is the scientific name. Arms will go up. You'll reach up tall, and now pull like you're pulling a bar behind your head. Reach back up, and now pull, pull, and pull. Really activate that back muscle. Just underneath the armpit, we have 4 more. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. One more, just like that. Perfecto. Bring your arms down. So you can feel there's some blood flow happening in the upper body. So we're going to turn and come into playing a little bit with this opposite chair. So my legs are going to be wide. My toes are turned slightly out. I'm going to start by bringing my hands just to the edge of the chair. So I'm getting a stretch from my back. I'm going to start to arch my spine by tucking my chin. It looks like this. So I'm going to round and tuck. And now I'm going to reverse that. So I'm going to look forward towards that chair. Keep my eyes going until they go up to the ceiling. And now push into the chair, round the spine, tuck your chin. So you can find this rhythm with your breath. You'll inhale and lift. Exhale and round. Inhale and lift. Exhale and round. It's beautiful. Do that 2 more times. You can feel that spine starting to wake up and move. And now 1 more. Big breath in. Long breath out. And come back to just a neutral spine. So I'm getting a stretch from my back. It's neutral, it's straight. I'm not rounding, I'm not extending it forward. It's just neutral. Now I'm going to come to the forearms. You might have to scoot your chair in. And now this we get a little deeper fold. With this one, fingertips are just going to graze the back of the chair. If you're against a sofa, you can tuck them into that cushion. We're going to twist. So turn to the right. Beautiful. And now turn to the left. 1 more time to the right, turn, turn, turn. Get a little lower in your spine. Turn to the right or to the left. And now come back to center. We're going to keep our arms here, but I'm going to take my left and cross it along the front edge. Now I'm going to start to put my hand back towards the hand that's on the chair, the left one. My right arm will go up. So I get a big expansion here. Take a breath. And you'll do the other side. So the right hand will come to the front edge of the seat, left arm extends. Lower your left, both hands on the chair and press up. So I'm going to keep my hands on the seat of the chair. I'm just going to come to 1 more beautiful upper body work. So my fingers are forward and I walked my hands to the edge of the chair. Now I'm going to take my fingers and turn them in. So I have like my thumbs along the front edge. My fingers are going inward. Now watch my elbows. They're going to bend like crickets out to the edge and press back up. Let's use the breath. Inhale, press, 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 breathe out. We have 5 more. So it's a modified push-up. Here's 4, and press, 3, press. 2 more, really push into the heels of the hand. That's going to activate the triceps. And then rise back up. Let's move to the legs. I'm going to scoot my chair in just a little bit. I'm going to take my left leg. We're going to start with the left leg. I'm going to bring it up so that the foot is on the edge of the seat. My fingers are around my left shin. I'm going to push belly forward. So I'm going to start to get a little stretch into that beginning part of the hip. And I'm also pressing my spleen, which is really nice. Beautiful. Now go ahead and come back up. You're going to straighten the left leg and loop it underneath the chair if you can. If you're in a dining room chair that has a solid back chair, away so that your toes can be up against the back of the chair like that. But I'm able to loop my toes through that opening. So now I have a straight left leg and my right leg is out at an angle and its toes are still on the outside of the feet of the chair. So I'm going to start to hinge. For me, I'm really tight in my hamstring today, so I'm not going to hinge far. You may have more flexibility and be able to get a little bit further, and that's great. It's great if you're going to stay wherever you're at. And so I'm going to start to look forward and hinge, hinge, hinge. And now take a big breath in and then round your spine. So the top of your head begins to work towards the leg. And you'll notice that gravity kind of helps to pull the upper body closer to the leg. Take one breath and begin to rise up. So you can see we can get a really nice stretch for the legs when we use a tool like a chair. We're going to stay with the left leg. You're going to bend it. And the outer ankle is going to rest on the seat of the chair, and the knee is going to be shooting over to the left. So now we have this half diamond shape. If you look down, we've made half of a diamond. So you're going to bring your other leg in just a little bit. So we're really going to target the left side. Right leg is neutral, so it's hip and knee in one long line. I'm going to hold on to my ankle or my foot. My other hand's going to be on my shin. I'm going to take a breath in, and I'm aiming towards the back of the chair. Take another breath in, and I'm aiming my nose towards the back of the chair. Take one more. Beautiful. And now see if you can round the spine and bring your head close to the bent left leg. Start to peel your body up. Keep your leg just like it is. We're going to turn to the right. So now I've made this open spine. I've looped my hand over my chair. You can see the spine is long and straight. I'm going to begin to spin around. Perfect. Come back to center. Let's take that series to the other leg. So the left leg will go to the outside of the chair. Right leg is going to stay in first. We interlace, lean forward, and squeeze. Perfect. Rise back up. Straighten the right leg. Either push it against the back of the chair or loop it under. Sit really tall. You're going to feel immediate stretch here. And then start to hinge forward. It doesn't have to be far to begin to feel those muscles elongate and straighten. Beautiful. Take another breath. Lean forward if you can. Be really mindful, never pushing past pain. And now tuck your chin and let the gravity of your head pull your body a little closer to that knee. Begin to rise. Take your right leg and turn it so the outer ankle is on the seat of the chair. You may need to make an adjustment here. For me, I had to pull my chair in a little bit closer. My hands will travel down to that right leg. My left leg comes in, so it's neutral and straight. Take a breath in and lean forward so you can feel that this is deep into the hip and into the glute. In a traditional yoga class, this is often referred to as pigeon pose. So we're taking pigeon into the chair by using, essentially we've raised the floor up to chair height so that we don't have to get on the floor, but we can still find the posture. Beautiful. Come back up. And now we're going to turn to the left. Nice, straight spine, straight spine. Keep turning. And then wind back to front. So nice. You should feel a lot of space here. We're going to keep going. Both legs this time. So you're going to bring the legs up. The soles of your feet will touch. So again, we could be sitting on the floor in this butterfly, but we've raised the floor. Rose it, raise it. Made the floor get higher so we don't have to get out of our chair. So you're going to take your hands and slide them to your ankles. And now lean forward. This is a beautiful stretch to do in bed at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day. It's just a wonderful hip opener. And then you might bring your elbows to the inside and really round into a turtle shell, or you might bring the elbows to the outside and keep a straight spine. Either way is fine. And each time you come to practice, it may be different. You may say, hey, I want to come into myself a little bit, or I just want that extension of the spine. So we'll be here for about 5 breaths. You'll notice after about 3 or 4 breaths, the body begins to settle in. Some of that connective tissue that is so dense Gives a little bit of wiggle room and you can get a little bit deeper. So you might even get your head way down. Nice, take a couple more breaths. And then begin to rise. So with our legs in this open diamond shape, it's actually called Omega pose. We're gonna begin to close that shape. So take your legs long, and I'm fortunate I can loop my feet right through the back of the chair. If you can't, push the chair away and then bring your feet to a straight position on the back of your chair like that. So we're gonna attempt this, and it's an attempt that may come over time. You may be able to get right there. Remember, it's a journey. It's not a destination. You have to get there. So you're going to take your left arm and reach it for your chair. If you have a dining room chair, it might be up here. If you're on the sofa, it may be lower. Beautiful. So you can start to feel the stretch. Your right arm will find the chair. This might be too much for you. So if so, your fingers are on your ankles. Maybe that's too much. Your fingers stay on your knees. This is something that you can work towards just to gain flexibility and lengthen the hamstrings. And once you get there, use your hands to gently pull you closer and round your spine. And look at your belly and breathe. I'm going to come back up and I'll take my right arm off of the chair where my feet are. And I'm going to loop it around the back chair. So you can see my spine's a little crooked here. So I'm not able to, there we go. So my shoulder still wants to creep up. So I'm going to go ahead and lose the left arm on the back of the chair. And I'm going to lose the right arm and slip it under. So I want my shoulders to be straight. So I have this L shape of my body and I'm going to begin to spin. So the beauty of working in front of a camera is I've really learned where I am in space and the adjustments that I can make. So I'm going to go ahead and turn to the other side. So just find the straight spine. Don't worry about the back of the chair and begin to turn. And then wind back to front. We know that twists are really important for our digestive system and our spine health and also for our posture. Go ahead and take your right arm or your right leg and cross it over your left, but you're going to bring the foot just above the knee. So not on the knee and not below the knee, just above. So we're in pigeon pose again, or this is often referred to as seated tree. So we have the tree branch here and the tree trunk is our left leg that's still. And again, we're going to fold forward. A lot of leg stretching today. Perfect. Rise back up. Take your right leg, loop it under. Left crosses above the knee and then folds. So the tightness that you experience, rather than question it or feel as though something may be wrong or you're not flexible or you're not this or you're not that, try to find that it is and it's okay. This week and this month particularly, start to rise up. I'm going to bend both knees so they're close to the belly here. Big toe joints are touching and I'm going to grab my ankles, let my legs open again. So when we first came into the Omega pose, the soles of the feet touched and they were far away. Now we have the feet on the edge of the chair. We're going to lean again. This is wonderful for the back and for the hips. This month I'm talking about balance, and the imbalance in our body is often a great place to start at accepting some of the things that are off balance in our life, and then can we make adjustments? So if you notice in your physical form today that your right side is far tighter than your left, then spend a little extra time nurturing your right side and go back to some of these stretches to try to find that equanimity in the body. And then we can also look off of the mat or off of the chair. Where in our lives are we truly off balance? Where are we putting too much effort and not having enough ease? Where are we playing too much and not putting in work? Where are we working too much and not playing enough? So we can look at all of these things, even to so much as to maybe what we're eating. I spent too many years withholding myself from things that I love, and I found balance again in my life as far as food. It's okay to have that occasional whatever it is you love if you're eating a healthy, balanced diet the rest of the time. All right, so we're going to take our legs off. We're going to turn back to the front if that feels comfortable. You don't necessarily have to turn, but your feet will come down to the floor. And then we're going to extend the arms up again. Get a big welcome of the day stretch. Grab your arm and pull it open over. And then switch. Come back to center. Bring your arms down. So nice. So what I'd love is to get us really comfortable to close the practice. So we're going to bring our feet back up onto the chairs. So if you've turned to join me, go ahead and turn back. And then we're going to extend the legs back on. And then lean back. So coming into that side body stretch, the feet back on the floor is just another way to sort of reset the spine from all the folds that we did. So now we're going to finish the class by coming into some comfort. Loop your arms around the back of your chair and just let your heart shine. I'm going to even grab the feet of my chair, the legs of my chair, so that I can extend my heart up. I'm leaning back, and this counters all of the rounded shoulders, computer work that you might be doing, puzzles, whatever you're doing in your daily life. This counters it. I really feel a stretch across my chest. I might even tip my nose and tip my chin. Just for a breath or two, tuck your chin to come out. So we're going to get comfy here. Arms will come down by your side. You might even scoot to the very edge of your seat that you're sitting on. Let your ankles turn out. So in a traditional yoga practice, we come into what's known as Shavasana. And in the very beginnings of my yoga journey, I thought Shavasana was a waste of my time. I didn't think I needed it. And I've come to know that it's something that is the richest, sweetest part of the practice. So try not to get into a hurry. The rest of your day is going to be there for you, but just take a few minutes to be comfortable and just let your chin fall to your chest. And let your belly just be as it is, not necessarily controlling it and pulling it in or expanding the breath, but just letting it be soft. And then soften your fingertips, soften your toes, soften your ankles. Look between the space between your teeth. Sometimes we hold tension in our jaw, and then the space between our eyes. I know for me, I've noticed I have some lines growing in my crease between my eyes because I frown a lot. So see if you can smooth that out, and then close your eyes. And start to think of your life as a scale. And come into some categories. You know the scale that has two sides. And look at your effort and ease scale. Is it balanced? Look at your giving and receiving scale. Is it balanced? Look at your willingness to try new things and be reserved. Are you balanced? Are you balanced in your positive outlook versus a pessimistic outlook? Just start to review yourself. This self-inquiry in Sanskrit or in the yoga world is called svadhyaya, and it means a self-study, and it's turning our eyes inward. We have a tendency to be constantly looking outward and even judging and comparing ourselves, but svadhyaya goes inward. So look at your life in terms of balance this week and see, is there something in your life, some area in your life where you can be more balanced? That's what we're looking at this week, as well as learning to go with the flow. So I hope you enjoyed the practice today. I hope that you enjoy meditation that's included in this series. It's really looking at our thoughts and the thoughts that we have that create the life we want. So it's been beautiful to share a lot of legs with you today. I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day, whatever that brings to you. I'll see you soon. Take care.